Tell us who you are.
Well, my mom named me Quentin Riley McMichael. Um, but during high school, maybe junior high, well, people started calling me Sam. It started Sam Quentin, and then it would or San Quentin, and then it kind of shortened down to Sam, and I've been Sam ever since, to all my friends anyway. if someone calls me on the phone and says Quentin, well, I know it's either a family or my assailant.
Now, you were in the U.S. Army and you were stationed in Berlin.
In 1960, or in February of 61 until August of 62.
Excellent. And what was your job in Berlin?
But when I first got there, they asked me several things what I wanted to do. One of them was standing guard in one of the little shacks outside that. I didn't think I wanted to do that. So I took the infantry unit, and I was assigned to a squad, and they gave me a Browning automatic rifle. And that was later, after they built the wall. We had just World War II weapons up then, because it was kind of given that if the Russians wanted to take Berlin, they could take it, and it didn't matter what kind of armament we had. So we had mostly World War II weapons. And then after they built the wall and Berlin filled up with the press and taking pictures of us, well, the World War weapons didn't look too good. So I was one of the first to get an M14 that was set for automatic, and then later the 30 caliber machine gunners got M60s, and the riflemen got the M1 guys got M14s.
Quentin, no, were you married while you were in the city?
No, I was 21 years old, single.
And what was your rank there?
Well, I was a private when I got there, made PFCs soon afterwards, and just before I left, well, I made that corps.
What was special about Berlin? What makes it memorable for you?
Oh gosh, I was just a 20-year-old guy. I put in 1960. I put my name up on the draft to be drafted because I just wanted to get it over with. And I went in, and luckily I was selected to go to Berlin. And little did I know that was going to be what it turned out to be. And
Do you have any special memories that stand out from your time in Berlin?
Oh gosh, it was all special. The day that they built the wall, I was a special service in another compound. I was originally billished on McNair compound, and they sent me to Andrews compound to play football for the Berlin Bears. And it was August 13th, Sunday morning, and we didn't have any practice or anything. And I got up, went down to chow, and there was no one around until I had chow. And I had made a date with a girl and her brother and his girlfriend to go to the zoo. And so I went to the gate and showed the guy my pass, my pass for Andrews, and he said, no one's getting off. We're not. There's something going on. The Russians were always doing something. So, so I just went to another guard post and I showed him the ID for my McNair compound, and he let me off, and I got on the bus and went down to the zoo and met them, and we were walking around, and none of them spoke hardly any English, and they kept trying to tell me something, and I could not understand what they were talking about. And finally, they just took me by the arm, and we went out on the street, and pretty soon there was all kinds of people out there standing, and pretty soon I looked up, and here comes a deuce, 3 Jeeps, deuce and a half tanks, everything coming down there, U.S. military, and I knew I was in the wrong spot. I took a picture of the 3 Jeeps, which I still have, and I beat it back to the base. But that was my special story. But I had so many things, and then after I completed my tour there and then got home, I wouldn't get on with my life. I forgot about the military for 20 years, never even thought about it. And then an Army buddy called me and wanted to get together, and he was in this organization. And so I said, yeah, sure, we'll meet you there. And I got up here, realized, I was this little entity in an infantry company. I didn't know all this stuff out. And there was I found in being in this unit, how many different units were there, what other people were saying.
So you're glad you're in Berlin U.S. Military Veterans Association?
Oh, yes. That's and like I say, I had no idea of everything that was going on. I went back to Berlin in 2019 on the Checkpoint Charlie. That's a German organization that sponsors
Welcome home.
men or veterans over there in their appreciation. And they took us to a high school, and the students asked us questions and stuff. And one of the questions they asked me was you afraid when you was there? And I thought about that for a minute, and I said, not really. I was too young and dumb to be afraid. But as I've studied about and listened to all the stories, especially of the guys that were there that were doing all these other things that I didn't even know was going on, I should have been.
Quentin, thank you very much for sitting down and talking with us today.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
You bet.